and it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Formula Sundays. It is another weekend, another week of Formula 1 driving with us here. And we're in Melbourne tonight, Australia. Yeah, only so recently seen in real F1. Of course, that was a rather eventful race. I doubt that we will see that much chaos in this one. But we do have a couple of, well, interesting prospects here tonight. For once, we have Seth Martin there, who raced for the first time last weekend here again. Both Haas's on the grid. Very fun. Then we do have MQ once more on a seat. And we have one newcomer as well, with Lucid, together with Seagull and the Williams today. I did not stay up to date with what strategy Seagull is going to be running to make it fair for everyone. But well. New guy here is the first one out on track as well, so he has probably unknowingly earned himself the right for being our first contestant for a first quali lap. I am not entirely sure if I would be using hot lap and overtake like this. This feels like you're just draining your battery unnecessarily. Or maybe I'm stupid and you charge all of that stuff up in the last few corners again. Yeah, I guess this is not real F1 after all, right? So surely he gets this back to full, right, guys? Yeah, okay, this does not look too great. Someone tell him for next time, please. I mean, the lines did not look horrible, let's just say it like that. He does look like he is lacking some energy for this upcoming hot lap. It's only on 30% now. And yeah, we will see if he can make it through. Yellow flags in Sector 3 is mainly because of people giving space to each other, waiting to not buffer up the hot laps too much. Yanaman saying probably accidental. So from what I've been hearing in DMs from Lucid before this race, they are not necessarily confident in their pace neither, thinking they will be a little bit more towards the slower side. I think time trial backs this up. Okay, that is somehow a valid way to take that turn. That is crazy. Sir, second Fabian has hit the safety car. What the hell? Oh, Australia, good memories. Yeah, I see. Was this the second unsafety car? Was the USA one first? Lucid did not do it by accident. He's panicking in VC. Okay. Well. It is a 119 to start. And let's jump onto someone who, well, we could have been staying with Barry, aka Kingsman here. So this should be a somewhat competitive time. Let's see. I don't think Cherry is gonna post a time here. Yep, he's going into the pits. Yeast with a 116. That is cooked for sure. Let's see where Wild Ghost can be going. Actually, he can't go anywhere. He is invalid. So is Manip. So is MQ. Well, damn, can't these guys keep it on track? What is going on? So is Emils. Oh, I mean, Bats has dirty tires here, but at least his lap is still valid. So, Not sure how he did that without leaving the track, but here we are. Yeast is a quali merchant for real. Yeah, this really backfired, right? Didn't he call like Cherry a quali merchant or something? And then got beaten by him in the race. I don't know. Ooh, Bats 2 P2. Not too bad there. The place P4 as well. We did miss at that time. And Jobostic got his first lap in after last week's absence. He still did not dodge the walls entirely. Yes, he may have avoided Baku, but there's a bunch of those here as well. Lucid was screaming, asking, what am I doing wrong? Had to explain that the lap didn't start yet. Yeah, I mean, he was pushing hard. I dig it. It's a vibe for sure. The place mentioned, yeah, here come the Glazers in the chat. Oh, MQ, provisional P1. Yeah, I guess, like, with everybody who is not here, not being here today, MQ is one of the favorites for the win, I'd say. Lil Bro is, of course, still sitting at our parents, and he's not driving. Cherry has left the session. Cherry's SSD is dead. Yeah, okay, I don't think an invite is gonna fix that. Well, Seagull is cooking. What is going on? Can someone find out what Seagull is running? I need to know if this is OP. The play is... Where's the play? He's in the pits, okay. Yeah, it's not even anything happening. Well, well, well. Oh, Ace Mojo is back again as well. Speaking of the Aston Martins here. I think they missed one race as well. Can't quite remember. As it is known, I have Dementors. Oh, he wants an invite. Okay, okay, we're gonna get Cheryl in here. Bro, can he not just, like, join via Steam? Is he stupid? Yep, I'm getting him in already. It's okay. Surely. Hey, Cherry has joined. Okay, let's see what Daddy can cook here. I was in VC with him earlier before I needed to go, and then he left before I came back. And he said he had not practiced at all. So I'm expecting great things from the man, the myth. Oh my god, yeah. Cut all of that track. Cut the grass, Daddy. Show him. Okay, cooking. Honestly, that was probably a better chicane than I have ever driven. I hate that long chicane. Seagull better disqualify for his safety. I think that's his plan either way. He just has to care to not crash out in DNF again and start on pole. Anyways. 30-24 Seagull wings. But that isn't too bad, no? I've heard setups of like 21-26 or something being viable around here. But I guess it is generally very high. Lucid not happy with the performance yet. But I do think generally, like, you shouldn't be that far behind, like, the lower area at least. There should be like 1 or 2 drivers who will be contending, or who will fight around the scraps in the very end. And like, give or take 1 or 2 DNFs. Points may as well be within reach. Let's see. Ace here, honestly decent lap by him. 18.5. Definitely a good one. Let's see, who do we want to watch? Okay, Yeast is not on a fast lap, so instead we will be going to Barry again here in the Alpine. Okay, a little bit of sliding. MQ's 28, okay. Bro. That seems quite a high difference, honestly. But yeah, I am no setup mage. I have no idea what wings are actually good. Okay, this guy here is mega slow. Let's go to the Middle Eastern goat instead here, MQ. Still out on track. Only one of the terrorists remaining. SMH my head. Purple Sector 1. He's not too far behind Seagull even, so could beat him by merit, even without Seagull parking in the pit lane inevitably at some point. Everybody moves out of the way very nicely. Good hit on both apexes, that was very clean as well. I don't think... Oh, yeah, that was just a patch of grass. Tiny mistake. That is his hot lap gone immediately. You did the 17.5 in Australia last week, absolutely hated it. Okay. That doesn't sound too nice. Oh, Seagull, purple middle sector. Actually, it's kind of irrelevant watching Seagull. He's gonna DNF anyways, or disqualify himself to start from the back. Because he needs to be nerfed. Well, we've seen a little bit of Daddy already, but I feel like we've seen almost everybody else as well. It's Manup maybe? I don't think Manup is actually on a hot lap. He might be, honestly. Gonna see after this delta. Oh, he is. 0.2 up. Okay. Never mind, I wasn't familiar with this game. It's just behind Bats now, and honestly, before that, it's not too much time that needs to be gained, really, right? Like, right now he would be... Oh, 0.46, so he is on a flat 0.6 right now. I don't know how this is a valid way to take the track. So with a little bit more, he could jump Barry and Emil's here. But I do think his little excursion there on the exit of the chicane kinda hindered his chances at, yeah, getting that good time down. Let's see. Oh no, he did get it, and he just about beats Barry, but I think Emil's has just improved to a 0.2 as well. Yeah, it's just done with that attempt. Daddy is right behind Jabostic. The horses are really well coordinated as usual. Starting in a pack here. Well, who else is out there who we can spectate shortly? There's still a little bit of time before the next hot lap, I think. Lucid? No, that seems like in lap. I mean, we could do... yeah, I think the place is also probably the next guy to actually go on a hot lap, so let's go with the Aston driver. Yeah, he has quite a lot of time to make up. The horses are like relatively easy to reach. It's only a little bit more than 2.5 tenths that he needs to gain here. But everything beyond that is another 4 tenths away, so he needs quite a sizable improvement for a sizable jump in positions. And let's see if he can do that here. Before him, there's a blue car. Is that Lucid still out there? Could be Lucid. Don't know why he didn't go into the pits there. Hopefully he knows he needs to get out of the way. I am not entirely convinced he knows. I'm not too sure if this, like, there was even contact. There's the 0.2 improvement. He has no fuel. I mean, Yeah, fair enough, but you still have to move off the racing line. I mean, also, the fuel light was flickering in the lap before. I thought he was just gonna go in. He forgot to pit. Oh my god. Yeah, no fuel and not going off the racing line is a little bit criminal for sure. But yeah, I don't think it was a major time loss for the place. At least I hope not. He's getting that 2.5 tenths improvement for the Haas's at least, but yeah, everything else is slightly out of reach. Cherry has put a lap down that has put him just behind Barry and Manip. A little bit unfortunate for him. Let's see. Oh, Ace Mojo is on a fast lap here as well. 3 tenths up after Sector 1. Could net... well, for now it nets 1 position for him. Or keeps it within the lines. To be fair, there's not really a point in risking it much right now. You have like about 2 tenths of a buffer that you can lose here to still beat Seth Martin. Whereas everybody else is like 1.5 seconds away and you're not gonna catch that up anyways. Unless goated last turn, question mark. Oh no, never mind. Is he out of fuel? Why is he just not... okay, he's just not improving, I guess. Honestly, I just pressed this button because my finger was there, but yeah, let's watch Yeast. I don't know. It's probably one of the better contenders for this pole position after the inevitable Seagull DNF. And he's not too far behind MQ and Emils here, so let's see what he can cook. I'm also not entirely sure. Wait, let me check that on my phone real quick. I do think he is actually the leader in the Drivers' Championship. I might be gravely mistaken though. Oh yeah, I am. It is in fact Emils who is leading right now with 45 points. Then it's MQ with 43 points, and then it's Yeast with 42 points. Afterwards there's a little bit of a gap. Next one is with 27 points Rice, but Rice is not driving today. And then comes Jannemann, who is also not driving today. So yeah, these three here, P2 to 4, actually have a little bit of a championship fight going on. And then otherwise, Racing Bull's leading constructors right now with 70 points ahead of Red Bull with 57, and McLaren and Ferrari both tied on 45. So here we are. Yeast with the improvement beats both MQ and Emils by 2 tenths. Let's see. Seagull parked in a dangerous location, question mark? Yep, he sure did. Well. Let's see MQ. Somebody teach me how to play this game. Honestly, do you watch like any real F1? I would almost say like just copy that, sorta. Like the ground rules, no overtaking under safety car. If you're done with your quali lap, move off the racing line so the others can do theirs. Don't crash into somebody. I guess, like, saying this now probably, brake a little bit earlier than you think for turn 1, because there's gonna be cars ahead of you that brake a little bit earlier in anticipation to not crash into anybody. So first turn, probably slightly earlier than you think braking. But yeah, quali is coming to an end, and we're gonna have the race after. I have no idea about the weather again. I would assume it's dry. MQ with no improvement, Emils with no improvement. Let's see, Manef is on an invalid lap. Daddy, can he cook? A little bit of a miss off the apex there. And there again, I guess, but he's keeping the car stable throughout the last turn. And that is no improvement for him neither, so the Haas's stay in the order they are. And the last one we're waiting for is, yep, the McLaren of Butts being parked in the garage. And here we have our qualifying results. It is Yeast on pole again. The guy calling others out to be a quali merchant, only to be proven a quali merchant last week. Ahead of MQ, and then Emils and Barry and Bats, yeah. And we have Manup in the first kick, Cherry in the kick sandwich, and then Wild Ghost in the second one. The place only managing P9 for now before the Swedish Haas drivers. And we have Seth, Ace, Lucid, and of course Seagull starting from the back. Oh, also Lucid, if you hear this, don't ready up until someone else has readied up. There's like a rule. You may get penalized if you ready up too early, because it's like for everybody else to do their setups and strategies in time and stuff. Damn, I'm race engineering from the casting booth. It's crazy. I'll need to get my tool opened up again. Back. Yeah, alright then. So, what else have you guys been up to on this fine Easter Sunday, now that we have a minute to talk still in the formation lab? Doing Easter things, doing nothing. Actually, I'll forget it. I thought we would wait longer for the session to start. Right now we can immediately talk about tires. I don't know how Lucid immediately disqualified himself from the formation lap, but dub. We have a medium supremacy, a couple of hard runners, and then Seagull of course doing his strategy mumbo jumbo on the softs. Yeah, I assume this is just gonna be the plain old one-stopper. I think the game even told us it was gonna be one-stop, and if even the game thinks it's one-stop, it's 100% one-stop. Except for Seagull, maybe. Seagull might need a second one, but honestly, I would trust him to just be able to drive the race on soft hards. Yeah. Doesn't know what to do with formation. Seagull will be P1 anyway. Yeah, it might be. I've also found out the reason why he didn't finish the race last time around is that he only, like, he will DNF whenever he's not coming first. I don't know, Seagull is doing a couple of self-imposed challenges, if you want, only to probably win the Drivers' Championship by the end of the season again, because he's just that good. Is he done with the whole race now? No, no, no. He just will have very cold tires on the start, whereas everybody else got theirs warmed up. And also a dub for him, I guess. He doesn't need to park the car. That could have maybe become an issue. Well, well, well. We're lining up on the grid. And the lights are about to go on. And we're gonna see a nice little start here. Yeah, lights are on, and they're out, and away we go. I don't think the kicks did get away too good. Butts there on the hards is still holding on. No positional changes, really. Yeah, Butts there running a little bit off track. Manov back to P5, and I still think there has been barely any position changes. Except maybe Seagull here, who we can jump on board with immediately, as he is witnessing the play's bowling session. Taking out 3 or 4 cars out of Seagull's way there. And, well, of course, not saying he's at fault, but yeah, he did look a little bit caught in whatever happened there. Seth Martin with a good start as well, but he's gonna get eaten alive by the Hungry Gull on the soft tires. There's no chance for Seth to withstand that. And I think, oh yeah, MQ also nicked P1 off Yeast. Oh, and Seth. Ooh, what a dodge by Bats there. We're having the first safety car. Also, I was about to say, someone tell Lucid what a safety car is. I just saw an overtake there, and well, the GOAT in P9 might need a new front wing. We don't know. Okay, Seagull in the pits, no surprise, I guess. Him being on the softs, that is. Lucid. Yeah, okay. Now slow down, slow down. Oh, good man. He's learning. So now, race engineer in the chat, tell him that he might have front wing damage. And with he might have, we saw it fly away live on stream. And then some people would consider this to be a good time to pit. I'm not saying all of us would be. Actually, you can discuss in the chat if it's a good time now. In Germany we say, teuer gemacht, Jungs, ja. Well. Almost everybody is lined up again. I'm not sure. I think the safety car needs to stay out for like at least 2 laps or so. But yeah, this was almost in a position to return into the pits in this lap already. I don't see any other damage, to be fair. Or is that front wing of Wild Ghost also? Nope, that's just... No, that is also not Wild Ghost. I was meaning Menup. Nope, that thing is alive as well. Lucid into the pits. Yeah. Oh my god, he spat in the pit lane after going this slow into it? I was about to say, like, backseat gaming, like, okay, yeah, you can actually go full speed until the marker comes. Because I thought he was in pit limiter already. But then he even spat after going so slow. Oh, this is great. The entire chat is gonna be Lucid's race engineer. We will see his progress over the next few races with great interest. We will watch your career with great interest. He's crashing out. Oh, that's great. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. This is some proper entertaining, man. I love newcomers to the league. We had, like, in the first race, we had Asuna, like, not use 2 different tire compounds. He went, like, hard to hard, and then he got disqualified in the last lap because he didn't know that he needed to drive 2 different tire compounds. Oh. Nah, this is great. Great entertainment. Giving us something to talk about on the safety car. What a goat. Speaking of goats, man, what the hell is Daddy doing in P5? What is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas, man? I'm gonna see if he can cook. I think he's for sure the race pace kind of guy. A little bit better in the race than in the quali. Lucid better first impression than Hajar. Yeah, to be fair, I think weren't like Hajar's first 2 races at Racing Bulls just like not extraordinarily cooked. Like, regardless even, that I think he's actually probably the best Red Bull prospect of the last few years and seems to be doing very fine in a Red Bull that is apparently extremely bad to drive right now. Oh, he crashed in formation lap. He too did that. Okay, yeah, fair. Lucid better not cross any Christmas markets. Damn. Ay. Yeah, let's not go there, to be honest. As long as Lucid doesn't crash into the safety car, yeah. You would have to be in a position where you can run into the safety car first for that. I think he's far away from that, so he's safe from the safety car. Oh yeah, actually, fuck, I didn't even see that name. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy, but I think as soon as I'm tabbing out again, I gotta ban you. Like, just the general vibe. A little bit off. Actually, Fabian is in chat. Just, would you? So, all of that ignored. Safety cars coming in, and we're restarting this beautiful race now. Or rather, Yeast is going to be restarting it whenever he pleases. Albeit, you gotta be a little bit careful, I guess. Given that you can't overtake the safety car before the safety car line, so if you restart too soon, the game will actually slow you down and it will cause a massive pileup. It has happened before. This is well managed though. I think the safety car is out of the way and we are on our way. No positional changes at all. Everybody just got that really nicely. And yeah, we're out and away again. DRS of course only gonna be a thing from next lap onwards again. And let's see MQ versus Ace here, and it seems like Milisan driver here made his way past nice and cleanly. Oh, a big hit into the wall there by Ace, and thus bouncing into Seagull here. I wonder if he took front wing damage from that. That did look like a rather big hit. But we're probably gonna see if Seagull gets a pass going here in a second. That's going around the outside here. Was very tight again. Leaves the space and leaves no chance for Ace Mojo to do anything actually. Oh, yep. Cherry immediately coming through as well. And yeah, the right or the left end plate of Ace Mojo is completely missing after that impact. Let's go to the GOAT. Lucid here, can he make a move? Oh, clean. Completely mind controlled the opponent onto the gravel. Where am I going here? I don't know. Maybe Emils has a chance to fight Yeast here a little bit. Of course, Yeast, the first one in the DRS train coming up, is the only one with the disadvantage of the rear wing extra speed. But I'm actually not too sure. Nope, that is way too far away. Let's see MQ versus the place here. And that works out splendidly. Further up, Daddy has been passed by Wild Ghost for P5. And I think Bats is up next in the line. Barry with a 3-second time penalty there for corner cuts. It's gonna be the first one to actually pick one up by track limits. Hey, yo, Dan is still alive as well. How you doing, man? That's crazy. Been a while. Rooting for Yeast, I see. Oh, a little bit of contact here maybe between Bats and Daddy. A little bit more contact. They bang wheels and now the DRS does the rest. Caution, sector 3 is entirely fake, so there's nothing going on. I wish that would go away. now we have Jabostic coming up to Daddy as well. And of course, a little group of MQ, The Place, and Seagull. It's just behind these guys. All of these will want to go through very, very soon. MQ there, a little bit of a slalom, going through Daddy and Jabostic here. Jabostic trying to get past his teammate, runs wide. Somehow the Place just flies through there. Overtakes, like, okay, this was 3 people overtaking both Haas's within like 1.5 turns. That's kind of crazy. I got an email notification you guys were still streaming. Oh my god. For sure. Yeah, I mean, always nice to see people who've been around for ages still somewhat being around. What the hell was that? Encapsulates my feelings really well on that one. Let's see, Emils versus Yeast then. This was awfully close to an overtake. But Emils still super close behind here. Might still get a chance in the next DRS zone. Lucid is considering letting the AI drive. He really needs to log in. You don't learn anything if you let the AI drive. Oh damn. The Prime by Dan as well. Love you. Oh, Yeast sliding around there a little bit. But all controlled. And there's no overtake happening here, so further up here, I think Seagull and Bats are about to meet up there. Seagull braking a lot later than the McLaren. Of course, he has higher downforce as well. I think he's just running, I think he added like 10 points or 20 points of downforce to the time trial setup or something. Is his move this weekend. Oh. A little bit of locking wheels, and oh my god, Barry was like right in there. Almost took out Emils along the way. But yeah, a little bit of contact between the leaders, and this leads to Barry swooping in here and getting P2 for now. Further up here. Yeah, Bats is pretty clearly losing out to Seagull here. In the Place. Looking for a position up for grabs as well here. Wild Ghost getting corner cut penalty as well. This is oh god, the Bausch der Lagermann. Also with the Prime sub. Goat. Good old dirty driving from East, that's my goat. Yeah, there's too many goats around here. That's crazy. Oh. MQ past Wild Ghost. And the Place and Bats. Ooh, side by side here. Yeah, I was about to say. I think... I don't know. Gotta leave a little bit more room there. I think the Place there, really just a passenger. If your wheel gets hooked there, you can't really steer away from it. It's on the car behind to ease off. And to be fair to Bats, he did. And avoided like both of them crashing out. As we look at Seagull here, who's now approaching the kicks. Hands of Bats. Yeah, for real. The Place glazing is... the fans are gonna come for Bats. Place always has to fight, yeah. So let's see Seagull then. Does he have to fight as well here? Or is he just that much better? I think Slipstream and DRS should make this an easy thing for him against Wild Ghost. Wild Ghost just about outside of the 1 second window. Now around the outside, he has done this move once or twice already, but he doesn't even need to go side by side in there. It's just clear by corner entry. And Barry here does not get in range of Yeast really. There's no overtakes to be had. Let's see, Bats still relatively close behind the Place, but also not in range to make any moves. God will give his best warriors the hardest fights, yeah, for sure. Oh, and let's look up here. Nope. No overtakes just yet. Of course, there's another DRS straight coming, but this one is rather short. We like almost need to be side by side already to even make anything happen here. Can you show the tires? Of course I can. Here we are with the tires. Most of these guys on their starting set, I think most notably Seagull and MQ can go to the end. Technically, I don't think you actually can. But yeah, the tire difference between lap 1 pit stop and starting tires is not that great. So really anybody, or most of them, still on pretty even tires. I guess Steady can go to the end, now the first one with the regular pit stop here. Let's see here. Oh wait, Seagull. Yeah, Seagull's super close here. It's now going past Menop as well. Second kick cleared. Now the chase after the top guys here. So, yeah, who is the odd one out in this one? I think it's Barry. But Yeast, Emils and MQ, of course, currently championship leaders, separated by 3 points only. And then we have Barry, who is like 4th or something. And Seagull, of course, who is not that far behind, but he only has that one win earlier on in the season. God damn. For Seagull, just another regular Sundays. He's been doing this for years, man. I can't tell you. It's like Seagull dominance could bore fans. He is Formula Sundays Lewis Hamilton. But, well, he nerfs himself, so he's not curb stomping everybody. And to be fair, like, we are glazing Seagull a lot, of course, and he is, of course, also, like, just by pure stats, the best driver we probably have right now. But Yeast and the others, not too shabby neither. They have had race wins in more competitive fields as well before this season. But yeah, oh, a little bit of a battle here, potentially. But I think it was really just the place getting overtaken. Losing quite some time to Bats there. Not sure what happened. Does he have like front wing damage? Oh, ay. What happened to him here? Oh, he really gets the hardest battles. At least he doesn't speed in the pit lane. My god. That's not curb stomping. You have not seen Seagull in the prime. He would be leading this field by like 20 seconds. But yeah. Seagull's just flying through the field for real. Yeah, he has arrived at the top group here. And honestly, yeah, maybe he is curb stomping still. It's okay. I'll admit it. The nerfs didn't hit hard enough for this race. Another 3 seconds for Barry as well. You rightfully picked it up. No race for the players without front wing damage. Yeah, but this is especially like I wonder if there was like contact with Bats or something, because he was missing both sides. And you usually don't crash in a way where you lose both sides until you crash into a wall on the one side and then like maybe bounce into a car on the other side. Pitting for Barry and Yeast though, so Emils is the last one out on the mediums from the front runners. And then we have further back, Menop is also staying out for one more lap. Seagull and MQ both have pitted on hards in the meantime. And I think that's pretty much every other medium runner into the pits right now. So it's only Emils and Menop who started on mediums who are still out there. And I assume Seagull and MQ will at some point have to pit for another set of mediums. But oh well. Let's see here, maybe. What is Cherry even doing? I think... Yeah, he pitted lap 1 for hards. So yeah, no real tire advantage here for him. Ooh, the place was making moves there on Lucid. A little bit too late for the action, of course, again. Classic streamer. This is not even who I wanted to watch, but it's okay. We're gonna see him anyways. Okay, no, now there's not even a fight. So let's go to the horses instead. Both of them running around here in the back, close together, and they will run up into Lucid soon. I would assume they are gaining massive time on him. Another one with a 3 sec. So right now Cherry has 3, Barry has 6, everybody else is on 3 seconds. And I think Lucid may have 10 still. And to be fair, I think Australia is like one of the most inviting tracks to corner cut. Curbs are all super flat. Yes, they added some sausages sometimes, but like turn 1 and turn 2 inside already, it's like just inviting to cut across. I'll lose it there. A really aggressive defense. Squeezed Jabostic quite a bit. Looking for the counter attack, but could not quite make it past there. The goat without a penalty, of course, yeah. The place. Yeah. Impeccable driving. Watch him get a penalty next lap. Let's see Daddy though. Oh my god! Oof. I'm not even sure whose fault that was. It felt like a little bit erratic steering past for Daddy here. I'm also pretty certain he does not have a wing at all anymore. Oh yeah, look at him. Look at that nose. Oh boy. Well. Taliban Tonelli, yeah. The Mercedes run rampant, even if they are in the Williams. Lose it in the pits as well. Might have picked up damage there. I did honestly not see what happened to lose it, for all the things that were happening with Daddy. There was some overtakes here. I'm not entirely... Is MQ just getting cooked here? Did he pit again? Wait, let me... Yeah, he did just pit for fresh hearts. So this is kind of his on-track position, and he has, as of now, lost the DRS to Yeast, Barry and Emils. Seagull's gonna come into the pits. I think that's gonna be interesting to see where he's gonna come out. He is going for another set of hearts as well, and a front wing. You're telling me he was doing all this with a broken front wing? Okay, cool. Fair enough. At least that will put him a little bit off the top pack. 5 seconds, of course. That's gonna be like 3 laps for him. Ooh, and here we have... okay. Emils and Barry fighting it out a little bit. And that is of course very pleasing for Yeast, who has gained massive amounts of times in front. 3 seconds. These guys were like within a second last lap, I'm fairly certain, no? Am I cooked? Oh, yellow flag, sector 1. Is that Daddy? Nope, that is not Daddy. That must have been Jabostic then. Yep. Let's go back to the train. Because I think... yeah, I was about to say, Cherry should come into the pits at some point. I wonder if there's even gonna be a fight between him and Yeast. But that is Cherry into the pits. And that might also be like the last guy who still needed to pits. He goes for mediums, interestingly enough. I don't think a lot of people liked taking them that far. But there is some medium runners right now. The Play is one of them, and then Cherry behind him and Bats behind him are the three medium runners. Can look at Bats here real quick. Oh yeah, he does have front wing damage as well. So he's not gonna be much of a threat imminently. But these guys here, oh, these guys could cook. I think MQ, you really saw him thinking about it there for a split second, but it's leaving the overtake for now, if it happens. Ah no, he just bakes out. I think it's a smart choice here. Crazy race engineer fumble by MQ there, okay. Throwing shade at Lauda. Yeah, he's in a tough position for sure. I mean, these guys are bleeding time now to Seagull. They have gained a second on Yeast. I wonder what happened there, if, like, Yeast made some sort of mistake. But he does not seem to have. I mean, Seagull, of course, is driving 1.5 seconds quicker than anybody else in this group per lap. We'll catch them soon. Let's see. Oh, Terrorism Act 2. Daddy is scared. Rightfully so. Yeast Quali Merchant. Oof. Now the redemption, yeah. Come on, make a clean pass. You have 2 straights to go. Don't do it now. It's dangerous. Yeah, but on this one, oh, look at that. Yeah, that was honestly not the greatest exit. Okay, well, we're not doing it here yet neither. It's fair, it wasn't the greatest exit, as said. Yeah, lifting here is crazy though, to like avoid collision. But okay, now though. Surely, you have full battery. Come on. Doesn't even use battery. Wow, I don't know, this is... like... I don't know. I do think this one was probably on Lucid for the final contact, but like... Daddy's steering is like... having 0 dead zone on controller or what. Like, he's just 100%ing... is this like keyboard and mouse looking. That's crazy. Wow, MQ there trying the outside, but the outside is rather grassy and it did not really serve him well. Clean. Yeah, one single word describes this perfectly. A clean overtake. He didn't only overtake him, he did also take him out. He's been visiting the Eric School of Racing. Oh no, the Play's in the pits again. Does he have front wing damage? No. He just has dead tires. Okay. Hey, I've read the clean in the chat, if that was one single word. To, yeah, not completely fall to the stupid streamer allegations. Seagull past MQ, yep. He is the storm that is approaching. I do think Manov will, sooner or later, I guess it's gonna be now, right? But he will probably pass his teammates as well. I think he's usually slightly better in pace compared to Wild Ghost. But then again, I don't think... I wouldn't say he's stupid enough to go for any reckless moves, but I feel like both of these guys are like very reasonable drivers. And if there's gonna be the mistake of Wild Ghost, giving Man of the edge for a situation, he's probably just gonna use that rather than trying to force a mistake and like potentially kill his teammate. But well, back up to these guys, unless I can see the Men of Delta shrinking down significantly. And we're probably gonna see Seagull attempting another move here. He's getting very close. There's a slow Haas, I think that may have been Daddy. Does he make room for anyone yet? No, right? Yeast is only now approaching. Oh, and Seagull here. On the inside of Barry. Former teammates as well, even at Williams if I'm not mistaken. Albeit Barry now driving for Alpine. That's just a clean move, honestly. I mean, it's a lot of respect being given to Seagull, of course. People, of course, know. I wouldn't say his reputation is like sounds as if he was gonna kill somebody. We had a guy in a Williams like that once. So responsible for some glorious clips around Australia. I say that, but in one of them he's only just a passenger himself. But yeah. Well, this little group here keeps pushing on. They are slowly catching Yeast as well. Yeast is not really fast, at least in the last lap here. He only drove a 20.5. All of these guys drove high 19s, so about half a second quicker. Let's see here. MQ has lost track of Seagull. Not MQ, Barry. And thus lost the DRS, so it's an easy target for MQ here. And in the meantime, I think that is a little bit too far back. Yeah, Emils does not let that happen. And defends his P2 for now. Oh. Yeah. And that was rather close between the kicks here. But now Wild Ghost is the one behind. Yeah, they were really close to hooking wheels there, and then it's the mud for both of them. But yeah, Manov now ahead. Okay, Wild Ghost goes off-road for fun. And Manov is set free to... honestly, it's only 6 more laps. He's not going to catch 12 seconds to the top group. Kick lawnmower program, indeed. Accurate. Let's see. Williams giving you wings program. It's in progress right now. Yeah, just straight through on the inside. I'm not sure. Like, where is Seagull hiding all the extra downforce he put on his car? Why is he so much quicker, anyways? That just seems unfair. And now Yeast probably beginning to sweat. Still on his 20.5 pace, albeit Seagull and Emils did slow down a little bit with all the fighting in the last lap as well. Emils also dropped out of the DRS, which is happening a lot somehow. Ah, there it is. The place. No longer without time penalty. It was at least not next lap or in 2 laps. Can you show tires? For sure I can. Suck. So yeah, everybody is on like different stages of relatively medium worn hards in front. I think they can go just about 20 laps. Oh, the kicks are battling again. And Wild Ghost is ahead again. And then there's some medium runners. I think Ace Mojo and Chariot Bats are probably gonna start sweating soon on these mediums. Should be like roughly around the 40%. So they should be becoming worse, let's phrase it like that. And then of course the Blaze and Lucid are chilling. We're approaching some backmarkers here, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is gonna be Ace Mojo and Daddy, who are still fighting for their positions somewhat. And honestly, like, Ace Mojo kinda cooking hard here. Daddy slowed down a lot more to let everybody through. Actually, let's just jump over to that. I think Ace Mojo gained a little bit of time here. Oh, yeah, there comes Bats coming through as well. No, that is MQ. I am absolutely cooked. Okay, okay. Daddy doing some more terrorism, I guess. Well, well, well. I didn't see what happened there exactly, to be honest, and like... It wasn't Bats, I think it was MQ. Or it was even... was it Kingsman, aka Barry? He does not have front wing damage. MQ seems to have on the right side here? Nope, his end plates are just... not really well visible from some angles. Well, let's go for the battle for the lead again. Wild goes on 9 seconds. Yep, indeed. And Barry is also on 6 still. Everybody else is on 3. Wait, is Barry Kingsman Gas? Yes, he is. Was that for position or not? The crash, Daddy was getting lapped, so I doubt that it was for position. This is for position though, absolutely. For the race win even, potentially. Seagull is really sniffing Yeast's rear all over the place here. So close behind, eager to get by. Didn't know he plays in this. Yeah, he's actually kind of cooking sometimes. He is challenger tier when we still had 2 tiers. He won that one. I'm not entirely sure if he had race wins in Elite tier, but he definitely had podiums in the past, so... yeah. Emil's also with a time penalty. That is huge, as he will not be contending for the win anymore. Yeast here is holding tight against Seagull. Well, a little bit of contact now. Seagull has the advantage into this one. Yeast looking for the switchback, gets a tiny tap on the rear by Emils. And Seagull is through for now, but he overtook a little bit too early almost. He's not gonna have the DRS here. Tries to break the toe, which is understandable, I guess, granted that he has lower top speed anyways. Yeah, Lauda saying that he killed MQ. Okay, yeah, that looks sort of like what it looked like on first sight here. And I feel like in this middle sector, Yeast is probably gonna lose track of Seagull here. So another Seagull win inbound. We can look at this though. I mean, Cherry is also on, let me see, 6 seconds. Manuf is only on 3. Can show penalties. Yep, there we are. Oh, wait, the goats are fighting down there? Okay, no, I feel like Ace Mojo must have spun. So there's a lot of time lost by a single overtake. But yeah, here's the penalties. Back to the tires once more, and I think we're just gonna go raw again for the last 2 laps here. Cherry is going through on the grass there on the inside. The medium's not really the freshest ones still neither, so it's just wrestling his car through to P7 for now. But then again, as we've just seen, he has 6 seconds of time penalties. Manup only has 3. Let's go back up to the top. It's gotten surprisingly close again here. The Seagull can't really manage to break away. Show the place, please. Oh yeah, he is also fighting. Okay. If the gap goes very small on top, of course we will see the battle for the podium, but yeah. Can see a little bit of the place here as well. As he is going for the overtake on Bats here around the outside. A little bit of wheel hooking, but he is through. And now back up to this here. As Emils looks like he's gonna make a move for P2 on track. Of course, you may be saying, like, why? You're gonna lose on time penalties anyways, but imagine Yeast gets, like, a report and then a penalty of 3 seconds, then all of a sudden it's like, it matters again. But it looks like there won't be any position changes here. Let's see if Manip can still do something. I don't think there is an angle for him to get past Cherry still. Oh, MQ snipes Emil's podium as well with the time penalty still. Yeah, very interesting, that one. But these guys are too far behind Barry to be moved by time penalties in any ways. Manuf comes out on top, so this little group basically reversed itself. And I think the place coming through in P9, but of course with the time penalty here. It's only grabbing the last point here. Daddy already in the finish, and then Lucid and Ace Mojo are... Oh, wait. Yeah, gonna come over the line now, but... Oh yeah, Lucid still has the 10-second time penalty. Wow, well, a lot happened there, I guess. Lucid got a 10-second time penalty for ignoring blue flag. He thought it meant for the person in front to cede their position. Yeah, almost. Just the exact opposite, yeah. Everybody got penalties. How has Daddy not won penalty? The thing is, he can get reported, I guess, right? So, like, the stewards might give him penalty for whatever he did, terrorism-wise. I didn't really see everything, of course, but that's what the reports are for, I guess. So, yeah. It said give up place, but I wasn't last. Yeah, it's because you were getting lapped. Oh, that's okay. This happens on Australia a lot because the track is like a little bit shorter. But yeah, Seagull dominance again. But not most overtakes there. Cherry here cooking the Gull on the overtaking department. So, yeah. Kudos to Cherry, I guess. And we're gonna watch through what happened. Yeah, Seagull honestly just about got the race win. I think that's kind of the sweet spot, right? Where he's still beatable, but able to win a race if he's driving it well, which he did today, undoubtedly. Yeast P2 is gonna solidify his lead in the championship, though, because Seagull was a good bit behind beforehand. And MQ and Emils here losing out to Yeast a little bit points-wise. Barry only 5th, does not really help him to catch up in the championship. The Kicks getting good points again. Cherry also just where he started. No movement beyond between these guys. But a little bit of a loss compared to his quali position, but he was also caught up in some incident. The place also lost 1 position on the race, but at least got the point in the end. And then we have Jabostic and Daddy with the Haas's just outside of the point. Ace Mojo and Lucid here finishing us off, and in the end, Seth Martin, early DNF. Yeah, that's been that. I'm gonna try and get better. £10 to whoever will coach you. Actually, like, I don't know. Honestly, just maybe not now, because people probably are just talking about the race, but just ask in the Formula Sundays channels at some point if anyone has any tips or wants to hop on. Like, I'm sure not everybody's gonna reply immediately and be like, yeah, let's go, but someone is gonna have some pieces of advice that might help you. Regardless, that's it from us for tonight. And yeah, it was a great pleasure to have you guys chatting so actively. It's always fun to have a little bit of bouncing back and forth. not completely schizoing solo casting here. And honestly, next week's gonna be a flippin' banger, where we're gonna go to Monaco for the first time in 14 seasons. And I don't know, if you want to know why that is, there is a video on the Formula Sundays YouTube channel about the events of Monaco Season 7 that preceded that ban that has been held up for all this time. I'm extremely curious to see what's gonna happen next week, how many will survive, if we see heroics into Santavot. Yeah. If I'm signed up, am I guaranteed to play? Not quite. Right now, all of the permanent seats are full. But if anyone does not make it, like the check-ins for the race end on Saturday evening. The preliminary check-ins, where only the drivers with the seats can check in. And if any seat is left open by then, you can check in as a reserve driver and take that seat for the race. That's sort of how it works. I think we have like 3 or 4 reserve drivers at some points, and I mean, you see it today, right? It's like 15 drivers with 23, 24 drivers overall. Of course, it's Easter this time around, so of course not everybody's gonna be there, but like, usually there will come up opportunities to race, even if you are not having a permanent seat. So yeah, hopefully rain next week, bro. You are out for chaos. So Monaco is not enough, we want rain as well. Okay. Oh lord. Oh well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week either way, so yeah, thank you all for being here tonight again. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and see you all next Sunday. When we will indulge in utter chaos. Bye bye. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.